Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris with InsideTheU here at day 3 of the Peach Jam in South Carolina. Just got done watching 6 games. The last one I just watched is where I will start. But first off, there were a lot of Miami targets in action, and because today is the first day of the evaluation period, head coach Jay Lucas was here as well as the assistants, so they definitely were paying attention to some of their top targets. And check the website in terms of what games they were actually at, but they were at the last one that I just got done watching one of their top targets, and point guard Caden Daughtry put on an absolute show. His team, the Florida Rebels, lost in triple overtime, lost by 1 point, but he had an outstanding game. Goes for 44 is what I had him. I'll check the official score, the official box score there, but he had a dunk at the end of the first to send the game into overtime. Then he hit a 3 at the buzzer to send the game into a second overtime. So the crowd was definitely on its feet, those big moments, and it felt like he was going to hit the game-winning shot, only down by 1 with the ball in the closing seconds. And he drove to the basket, and he had been excellent at some pull-up jumpers, some mid-range shots, 21 at halftime. He was a guy that was just in a great rhythm, and he's been outstanding of late, scoring a bunch of points in Las Vegas at the last session, leads the EYBL circuit in scoring. But instead of pulling up, he goes to the rack. I thought it was a foul, contact there. I thought it should have been a foul. I thought he should have went to the free throw line, where I would have expected him to make both of them, or at least send it to another overtime. But on the flip side, the New York Wrens, they were getting their free throws and making them, and putting the Rebels in tough situations. But all in all, a great game, great atmosphere at the main court here. But Caden's great. He's really impressive to watch. He's developed. I watched him when he was at Calvary. Just to see his development, his skill level has increased, and really, he does it with a lot of ease. The points come very easy to him. He can score in bunches. There was a sequence, I think he made 3 straight possessions. He had shots that he made, and the points just add up. And he doesn't rely on. This is what's impressive with how he's been playing, especially lately. Doesn't rely on just the 3-point shot to get his point total up. He does a really good job inside the arc, gets to the free throw line, and the thing that is really interesting and fun to watch is his tempo, the way he plays with. But a lot of it feels like it comes within the offense. He's not doing a lot of wasted movement. He doesn't do a lot of wasted dribbles, even though he's got the ball in his hands. If he doesn't feel like he has a shot, he'll pass it to a teammate quickly. They get into their half-court sets, and I think he does a really good job of that. It's not like he's just always hunting a shot. Now, he's very difficult to guard and keep in front of when he does get to his shots. Like I said, anything inside the arc, whether it's a pull-up jumper or getting to the rim, it's just very difficult to contain, and that's why you're seeing these high point totals. And look, it's going to be very interesting with his recruitment, but I think it's a great sign that Jay Lucas or Castrano were there courtside today. A lot of coaches were here in the gym, but it looks like they're making him a priority, and I think that's really important. So we'll see how his recruitment goes, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 days. So the way it's worked now, this is day 3. Every team has played 1 game, and then on Friday they'll play 2 games, and then the top 2 teams in each of the 4 pools will advance to the 8-team single elimination tournament beginning on Saturday. So the Rebels lost, but just they're still off to a good start at 2-1. I would expect them to bounce back and kind of be one of those top teams in the pool. I think they have a chance to continue on a good streak. Like they got off to a good start here. So O'Neal Delancey, another guy that plays for the Rebels, that Miami's offered a guy to pay attention to, a shooting guard type, and he had some really good sequences in the mid-range, but also can shoot from 3. I've seen him throughout the circuit, and today he's just a guy that can score the ball, like how he defends as well. He's got good quickness, kind of good pursuit after loose balls, and whatever it might be, but I like his game as well. So both of those guys play for the Rebels. Both of those guys, those 2027 prospects that were a lot of fun to watch. And a guy that I watched last night had a big moment, kind of like Caden there, Tyrone Jamison for JL3, really struggling down the stretch, and they kind of let a lead slip away, and he was missing shots, had some turnovers. It wasn't a great 4th quarter for him, but they're down 1. In the closing seconds, he rises up, hits a 3 at the top of the key, with 3 seconds left, and they win by 2. And just a great moment for TJ there. And again, I thought he looked better yesterday, even though his shot wasn't falling, than he did today. But still good to see him out here, good pace, watching him. And again, that's in John Lucas's program. So, just watching some of these other guys as well. Beckham Black is a guy that has a lot of notoriety now, kind of rising up to the #1 spot in the class after Spears kind of reclassified. So Beckham had a good day today. 24 points, aggressive. I thought he kind of let the game come to him a little bit, but then he really got into a good flow. He's really difficult to keep in front of at that point guard spot. He can score. A guy that gets to the basket, can knock down shots. He had a good performance today. Looking forward to seeing him continue on play with AB Elite. But other good Miami targets, kind of just paying attention to them. I thought Tyrann Frazier coming off the bench had some good moments. A power forward there, had some buckets. He's a guy long, good length, can kind of play both ends of the floor. A little bit like Brandon Woodard, a guy that they've offered as well. Another power forward guy that can kind of play both spots with some good length at that 4 spot. So I thought he had a good game today. Got off to a really good start there in the first quarter, in the first half as well. So it was good watching him, and again, just kind of looking forward to the rest of the action. I even watched the 16U Knight Riders team to start the day. They've got some local prospects. I thought Ezra Gellin did a good job. He had 21 points in that game. They got blown out though. They had a tough draw against Notary out of the Northwest, coached by Jamal Crawford. His son's on the team. A really good player there, and that next group coming up after this one. But Josiah Brooks, a 2029 local kid, struggled today, but he's been good throughout the EYBL circuit. Hopefully he can bounce back, but just a few guys to kind of pay attention to. I'll have a full article with stats and more thoughts on how these guys have performed, but these are just my quick thoughts. Again, really entertaining game, really kind of just a great day of basketball here, and saw a lot of names. Like I said, the Miami coaches, it was good to see them. You're seeing a lot of stars as well. That is going to wrap everything up for me. Again, VIP article on InsideTheU.com with plenty more information on statistics, all the Miami targets, and then with the Miami coaches and who they were watching. Definitely want to appreciate everybody for watching this video. Stay tuned to the website, but also the channel. I'm going to have video highlights on all these guys so you can see how they look up close and the performances that they've been putting together here. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of the day, and take care.